This is the second of a four-part series on ancient wisdom. In order to understand ancient wisdom, it is helpful to understand the biblical idea of faith. Faith is closely related to a person's actions. Faith acts on wisdom, and it is faith and wisdom that are the subject of the apocalyptic genre. In secular culture, faith is seen as something that is depended on in the absence of evidence. Faith is thought of as a subjective feeling that has about as much substance as a person's unsupported opinion. Skeptics see faith as an irrational motive for belief. However, this is not the biblical definition of faith found in the King James Bible and in other translations as well. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The King James Bible says that faith is a substance and is evidence. How can a subjective feeling be substance and evidence? The type of spiritual faith talked about in the New Testament is a faith that can be seen in the things people do. James says faith without works is dead and is no faith at all. If you have faith, then you keep God's commandments. It's like being born of the Spirit, as Jesus taught. You can't see the wind, but you can see what it does. You can't see if a person has faith, but you can see what they do. Those who have faith follow God's commandments. Those who don't have genuine faith follow the works of the flesh. Those who have faith love God, and love is the greatest gift. Believers don't follow legal codes so that they may have material riches, but because they love God, they look for the laws that are written on their hearts and not on tablets of stone. Jesus explained how the commandments must be followed to a rich man. One's heart must put God above material riches. The greatest commandment is to love God with all your heart. Jesus was telling the rich man to love the poor and to love God. This is the evidence and substance of faith that Jesus wanted to see. Skeptics will sometimes focus on details of the laws given in the Old Testament, but nobody was ever saved by following rules. Faith is seen in the way people live their lives, and our example of faith is Christ. People who live their lives in a God-fearing way are said to be wise because they live by the Spirit of God. 2nd century church father Irenaeus spoke of the Word and wisdom as the Son and the Spirit. In the next video, I will examine ancient wisdom.